We've said that masculinity is rooted in four key questions. How is man different than God? How is man different than animal? How is man different than boy? And how is man different than woman? The first question, and I'm thinking about these as a pyramid, the foundation question, the most important question, the question that if you get it wrong, you'll get everything else wrong, is the question, how is man different than God? Now, this question has everything to do with rightly understanding our identity as created men, that God is infinite, that we are finite, that he is creator, that we are creature, that we are fundamentally people under authority. That if you miss this as a man, that this need to submit to God, to view yourself as being under God, you will miss the rest of what it means to be a man. And this actually yields, when you rightly reflect on what it means to be in submission to God, what it means to be created by God, designed by God, purposed by God, directed by God, determined by God, that when we meditate on, spend time praying into and reflecting on that reality, the core characteristic that we arrive at is humility. Humility before God looks like gratitude, it looks like submission, it looks like following, it looks like listening, it looks like curiosity. Not only that, but there's humility before the rest of creation, humility before the rest of humanity. And Philippians 2 talks about how the mind of Christ, which is humility, leads us to consider others more significant than ourselves. Any vision for what it looks like to be a man in God's creation, any definition of masculinity that doesn't begin with this foundation of submission to God and consideration of others, which we're calling humility, will miss the mark on what God is calling us to be like as men. If you're trying to reflect on becoming more masculine, reflect on living into your maleness as designed by God, the first place you need to start is laying a foundation of humility before God and other people. Check out our next video when we'll talk about how man is different than animal.